the teachings that his grandmother, in Ho Chunk they say Gaga, Grandma, gone into the spirit world on February 14th. And this is her family here. Her grandson entered into the adult category, the grass dance. So this is what he wanted to do. So his family went along with it. They got a few things together. And I want to say thank you to the Pow Wow Committee for giving them a little time here to memorialize his grandmother of what he wanted to do. There's a lot to be said about his grandmother, the family, but as I go along, I'll be telling about him, about my grandson CJ, the family members, the grandparents. So it's really good that we can do this, remembering our spirits, our relatives that have gone on. And I was really honored. My 2-3 months back, my grandson came over to me and talked to me, and he wanted me to talk for him. Gave me tobacco. Those are the proper, as the nephews and nieces, the tradition. You always ask your men relatives to do the talking for you. And this is the reason why I'm saying thank you to my grandson for the good teachings that his parents, grandparents, enjoy the celebrations, the dancing, the singing, all these things. This is what as parents, grandparents, we do for our children and grandchildren so that we can keep our ways alive. I know I remember we have a little time here getting ready for the special here, waiting for all of the contestants that want to get into the special. Just want to tell you a little bit the history of this place here. Back in the early 70s, they started to have a little traditional powwows. And they called upon me to come over and to do their emceeing for them. Likewise with Perry Island. So you might say I was one of the first MCs to MC their powwows here in Perry Island. So there's just a few all these categories where they originated from, what tribes. There's special songs that go with each category. That's how these categories were given to us. There's songs that go along with them. So I just wanted to relay some of these things to you. You know, a lot of history. We have a lot of history as Indian people of all tribes. Like I said yesterday, my partner and I, we have a lot of relatives, the 4 directions of all different tribes. A lot of the families, the parents that have gone on, gave us their sons, their daughters, They wanted us to be the second parents to them. I have a lot of friends that have gone on, asked me to pray for their children. So up to today, this is what I do. So it's always a blessing when I see these relatives that come around. I just seen my nephew, Brady. Likewise with his dad. We became brothers back in 1972 at Bismarck, United Tribes. So that's how we made relations. So the making of relatives is good. The Creator God gave us. So trying to hang on to a lot of these. I'm going to try to stand to show the Maker that, that I never give up, no matter how I am in my health, and what I was taught by my grandma and my grandfather. So a lot of these I utilize. So my grandson here, CJ, come up here, CJ. I've known my grandson here up to the time that his mother brought him into this world. As an infant, I watched him grow up. CJ I went into the spirit world on February 14th, 1917. And I know that my girls, my daughter, and my son, they miss their mother, their grandmother, like all of us when we lose a relative. And he still has his maternal grandparents from Dearboat, Michigan. So I was really glad to see them, that they're here for their grandsons, special here. Likewise with the relatives. So as we go along, I'm going to tell a little bit about each one of them as we do things. Try not to take up too much time. But I just wanted to mention a lot of these for him, to give him that special recognition of these ways that we do. And they call upon the relatives is special. So before we do, we're still waiting for the contestants to come around. Those that want to get in, you still have a little bit of time, because we're going to go into the honor song. Likewise, we honor the subject there, the person. So this time here, my grandson CJ, the boys are going to be rendering an honor song. And likewise, when we honor people, it's always a tradition, a custom. As Indian people, we try to stand, those of that can do that yet, because we always say, my grandma always says that one of these days you're going to be honoring your children and grandchildren, and you want people to do the same. So at this time, we're going to go to the boys to render the honor song, and then as we go along here with his I'll be telling about his grandmother, the kind of work, the kind of beautiful lady that she was. So at this time, we're going to go to the boys. So friends and relatives, all the contestants that want to enter into this special, you're welcome to come over. These are all the parents, the grandparents, the aunties, the uncles, grandchildren, the relatives of CJ. The song that you're hearing, it's a Ho Chunk song. My grandson is part Muskwaki, part Ho Chunk. This is the song in translation in Ho Chunk. It's a thank you song. So, in those words, it's love one another. Be good to one another. This is the kind of lady his grandmother was. That's the way she was. So it's a very appropriate song. The rendering for his grandmother. So I want to say thank you to the audience, those of you that are standing and showing respect to one another. coming into this special here. I know you're all champions. Thank you, the boys. Thank you for that appropriate song. CJ is the son of Charles Lastly and Michelle Klein. His maternal grandparents are Jim and Debbie Klein from Dearborn Heights, Michigan. The Klein family, also a well-known Pow Wow family. His uncle Adrian Klein is a champion men's traditional dancer. CJ has been dancing ever since he could walk. This is the reason why he entered into this grass dance. Charles also is a grass dance champion, also is a champion singer. So different ones that come from a long line of Pow Wow people. His grandmother that they're memorializing that he wanted to do this was Patricia Decora. She comes from the Eagle clan, from the Ho-Chunk Winnebago tribe down in Winnebago, Nebraska. Passed away February 14, 2017. She had 3 children, Charles, Janine, and Lori. Numerous foster and adopted children, grandchildren and great-grandchildren. She also attended the University of Minnesota and earned a bachelor's degree. And she had 40 years of sobriety. She liked her Pow Wow ways. She was a backup singer for the boys and the Yabi singers. She took in a lot of children as a foster mom. Different tribes. This is the way she was. Okay, we'd like to have all the contestants come on out. Like I said, you know, it's my grandson CJ, and a great grandson, is gonna song. And then the second push-up, we'd like to ask all the contestants to come on in, join in with him. Okay, the boys. hey, hey, Échatelo, hostelo. Oh, beautiful, colorful, wonderful. Woo, 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 woo. Sinteki. Hiya. Hey, how about a big round of applause for all our contestants? Mighty fine dancing fellas. These are all champions that come from the 4 directions. This is what they do on weekends. A lot of them are going to college, working. A lot of them are professional people. But in their pastime, this is what they love the most. So they're all here. They're all here to call a competition here. So as soon as I get the high sign here, my grandson CJ's grandmother, she's an artist. Did a lot of applique work at the Ho Chunk, from the Ho Chunk tribe. A lot of the dancers have the that she made for. Beautiful artwork, that's what she was. Okay, I believe they're ready. Here we go. Hiya. their first song. How about a big round of applause for their first song? Now pay Shakopee. Oh, mighty fine dancing. Good song. Very appropriate. You walk around, get a drink of water. It's getting to be a little hot here, out here. Like I was saying about my late